All right, Shalom. Let's check the feed real quick. See where we're going. Bear with me 1 second. All right, Shalom. All right, Shalom. Here we go. All right, Shalom. Before I get started with this live lesson, I want to give all the praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai Bahasham Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught me this truth. And double salutations to all you Akim out there laboring in the house of David, the elect, that's pushing this word with all truth, righteousness, and sincerity. Shalom to you, brothers, and shalom to the elect. I'm back with another live lesson through the Holy Spirit of the Rakakwadash. This is another news and prophecy. 2025 is already setting the tone for the remainder of the year. All right. 2025 has already started off with a bang. All right. And we're going to get into a few articles here just to touch on news and prophecy, of course. All right. 2025 has been coined the hopeful year of our deliverance and the destruction of Esau, man. Lord willing. All right. This is the year where this thing really hits the fan. All right. But the Lord is once again giving us the signs, you know, the tokens that declare the end of this society. And that's one thing I want to speak on too, because like the scriptures say, let me get that. All right. Scriptures say that evil men, let's pull that up. All right. So this is Proverbs. Proverbs chapter 28 and verse 5. Okay. This is Proverbs 28 and verse 5. It says, evil men understand not judgment. You see that? And see, you people are wicked. You're evil. Okay. You have no perception. You know, you have no discernment to know that really Babylon, America is being rewarded with judgment. All right. The Lord is visiting this place with terror, man. Okay. Evil men understand not judgment, but they that seek the Lord, Yahweh Shem Shai, understand all things. You see that? So we, the hopeful elect, the servants of Yahweh Shem Shai, we understand these things. Okay. It's no confusion. It's no confusion unto us why these things are taking place right now. All right. It's literally been what, a couple of days, and you already had a bunch of mass shootings, bomb threats. Okay. Even over here on I-85 going into South Carolina from North Carolina, they already, I think they said they shut the highway down because of a bomb threat from a truck, from a 16-wheeler on the highway, man. All right. But this is the shit that we've been talking about, man. Okay. But they that seek the Lord understand all things, right? Like it tells us, right? 2nd Ezra 16. Let me get that real quick too. You know, it says, understand these things, ye servants of the Lord. Right? This is 2nd Ezra 16. Let's pull that up. Second Ezra 16, straight to the point. All right. Verse 35. 2nd Ezra 16, verse 35. It says, hear now these things and understand them, ye servants of the Lord, Yahweh Shem Shai. See, we see and understand these things. Okay. These things have to be so for the sake of prophecy. All right. America is being rewarded by the Lord. All right. It says, behold the word of the Lord, receive it, believe not the gods of whom the Lord spake. Behold, the plagues draw nigh and are not slack. Clearly. All right. The Lord said in Ezekiel 7 that evils and only evils are coming. Behold, the plagues draw nigh and are not slack. As when a woman with a child in the 9th month bringeth forth her son with 2 or 3 hours of her great Salakia. Pull it up. 2nd Ezra 16:38, it says, as when a woman with a child in the 9th month bringeth forth her son, and with 2 or 3 hours of her birth, great pain can pass her womb, which pains, when the child cometh forth, they slack not a moment. So we're in the time of the birth. Okay, we're in the time of the child being born, which symbolizes the return of Yahushua, man. Okay, the destruction of Babylon, nuclear war. Okay, these things, pretty much, beginning to, hit the earth, right? So when the child cometh forth, they slack not a moment. Things are amping up even faster and faster. This is why over the past 2 days now, all right, look what has happened, right? It says, verse 39, it says, even so, 2 Ezra 16:39, even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth, and the world shall mourn, and sorrow shall come upon it on every side. So once again, as I was saying, referencing back in Proverbs 28:5, evil men understand not judgment, all right, but they that seek the Lord understand all things, right? And the reason why you don't understand judgment is because that pride, man. Okay, pride is in the way. Pride has blinded many people. I'm going to get that too. All right, and we'll get into the articles, right? Just want to make these points. This is Ecclesiastes 8. Ecclesiastes 8 and verse 11, it says, because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily, right? Because people are not judged on sight, right? People are not judged immediately when they commit sins, right? Therefore, the heart of the sons of men is fully set in them to do evil, right? And that goes back to pride, man. People are not being rewarded quick enough, so to speak. So everybody's puffed up, prideful. There's a sense of I can't be touched. You see what I'm saying? The Bible ain't real. The Bible's fake. Ain't nothing gonna happen. You niggas been saying this every year. That spirit is out here, man. But the Lord is about to humble a lot of people. It says, though a sinner, verse 12, though a sinner do evil 100 times and his days be prolonged, yet surely I know that it shall be well with them that fear the Most High, which fear before him. You see, it says, verse 13, but it should not be well with the wicked. You see, this is what we telling y'all, man. But it should not be well with the wicked, neither shall he prolong his days. This is why things are speeding up faster and faster. Okay. Neither shall he prolong his days, which are as a shadow, because he feareth not before Yahweh Shemel Shah. So there's no fear of the Lord in the earth, man. Evil men understand not judgment, man. People can't see that this place, they can't spiritually discern that this place is being rewarded. So once again, all right, getting into this thing, right? It says New Year's violence rattles U.S., right? New Orleans attack and Las Vegas explosion come as authorities have warned of rising threats, right? And it's the same warning that the prophets have been giving you, right? Remember, the prophets warned you first, right? But before we move on, I want to make this point, because before all of this stuff started happening, once again, Esau likes to put it out there of what's going to happen in the future, right? But I just wanted to read this real quick. All right, this is also from the Wall Street Journal. It says America's rivals have a new favorite weapon, criminal gangs. Check that out. It says Russia, China, Iran, and other countries are increasingly outsourcing their dirty work to drug traffickers, cyber criminals, and paid assassins. You see that? Now, on this tab, I can't read the article, but I got it pulled up on another tab, which I can read a little bit. So bear with me. I just want to read these points. All right, from this article that you're looking at. America's rivals have a new favorite weapon, criminal gangs, right? So I'm gonna jump down and just read this point. Okay. So jumping down in this article here, it says, bear with me. I'm looking for the highlighted. I thought I had it highlighted. Hate when that happens. Give me 1 second. I want to read something that was real pivotal to this article. So it says spies and criminals have long mingled in the shady realm of espionage and sabotage. It says, but DAC personifies a growing threat facing Western security agencies already stretched thin by war and terrorism. Alliances between adversarial states and criminals, including drug gangs and lone wolves, hired online. Right. And that's the talking point that people are becoming radicalized on the content that they're viewing on the internet. All right, so read between the lines. Understand what this man is trying to do. It says dealing with crime was once the domain of law enforcement, while threats from foreign countries were the responsibility of intelligence agencies. Today, the confluence of those foes is increasingly rendering such distinctions obsolete. Right? It says, reading on, let me jump down. All right, bear with me. So here we go. This is what I'm looking for. It says the new threat is forcing Western governments to rethink decades of national security and intelligence practices. For a long time, you have had governments that would be tolerating and engaging with criminal groups domestically, said Vonda Feldbad Brown, director of the Initiative on Non-State Armed Actors at the Brookings Institution. Quote, what is now different is the explicit usage of criminal groups and other mechanisms for sabotage, assassinations abroad. Today's criminals organizations are more powerful and globally connected than ever before. Some international drug gangs have more cash and resources than many states. That's crazy. It says, and social media has made it easier for governments and criminals to find each other. See that? Social media has made it easier for governments and criminals to find each other. Last point, it says, for the gangs destabilizing Western authorities help their operations, and working for a rogue state can help them secure sanctuary. For governments, using criminals as proxies offer deniability and cuts the risk of retaliation. The element of doubt means they can act without serious consequences, said Edmund Walter Fitton Brown, former coordinator with the United Nations Sanctions Panel on Al-Qaeda, Islamic State, and the Taliban. You see that? So the point is that they're saying that these nations that America has disagreements with, the adversaries, the Babylon, are paying assassins to commit crimes. Okay, cyber criminals, drug traffickers, right? So what I was thinking about is those sleeper cells. Okay, I went into a lesson about that a few months back. You know, all of these people that they let in, that Biden let in the country, so-called, right? All right, these are really sleeper cells. Okay, agents, military officials that's set up to bring these events that you're seeing taken out now, right? Bomb threats, so on and so forth, right? So anyway, let's grab the scripture here. All right, so hey, we're not ignorant of Satan's devices. We understand how this thing works through the spirit. We understand how these things are going. So like the Elder Yashawamba said, you got to expect more tyranny. Okay, but his time is short. Okay, this is Ephesians 5 and 15. It says, seeing then that you walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise. Most definitely right now. Okay, this thing is about to amp up like you never seen. Okay, people being ran over, all right, getting hit by cars, being gunned down in clubs, you know, in mass events, bomb threats. Okay, judges being taken out, prosecutors being taken out, CEOs beefing up more security because they scared that they're gonna be the next victim. People rising up. You see what I'm saying? So this is the Lord, man. Ephesians 5 and 15. See then that you are circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time because the days are evil. Okay? Evils and only evils, the Lord said. Verse 17, wherefore be ye not unwise, but understanding what the will of the Lord is. All right, that's the third time we done read this in 3 different precepts, man. But understanding what the will of the Lord is, right? Only the servants, only the elect would understand that, man. Okay, these things that are happening are not to our surprise, is what I'm saying. We're not in a state of confusion by seeing all this shit going on. We understand that this is the will of the Lord. This is the operation of the left hand at work. Right? Let's get that real quick. Keep quoting the evils and only evils, right? Just thinking out loud. All right. This is Ezekiel chapter 7. Verse 1, it says, moreover, the word of the Lord, Yahweh Shemel Shah, came unto me, saying, Also, thou son of man, thus saith the Lord power, Yahweh Shemel Shai, unto the land of Israel, and the end is come upon the four corners of the land. All right. And you can apply that to really Babylon. Okay. It says, now the end is come upon thee. I will send my anger upon thee and will judge thee according to thy ways and recompense upon thee all thy abominations. Right. So 2/3 of our people are about to catch severe judgment, man. Whether you believe that or not. It says, verse 4, and my eyes shall not spare thee. All right. The Lord is not sparing nobody. Neither will I have pity, but I will recompense thy ways upon thee, and thy abomination shall be in the midst of thee. And ye should know that I am the Lord, Yahweh Shemel Shai. Thus saith the Lord power, Yahweh Shemel Shai, and evil, and only evil, behold, is come. You see? An end is come, the end is come. It watcheth for thee. Behold, it is come. 2025 is about to be off the fucking chain, man. We can tell you that right now. All right. 2025 is already setting the tone, as I said. Verse 7. The morning is come upon thee, O thou that dwellest in the land. The time is come, the day of trouble is near. See? And not the sounding again of the mountains, right? So we're telling Jake, man, we're warning Jake that a time like no other. All right. So let's go back to the articles here. Just wanted to make that point. All right. Just to show you where this thing is going, how the Lord is maneuvering this thing, so to speak, right? So you had the Jake, all right, for those that have been watching the news, right? You had the Jake down in New Orleans, all right, the terrorist with suspected Islamic State links. You see that? And we've been screaming this for the longest. Esau's whole ordeal is to link us up to the so-called Islamic State in some form or fashion. It's all about tying us to Islam, right? That's why we don't really understand the madness with IUIC, all right? Talking about, brotherhood and linking up with the NOI, man. It's a lot of funny shit going on, man. But you got to stay vigilant, right? Terrorists with suspected Islamic State links ram into New Year's Day revelers. All right. Shamsuddin Bahar Jabbar plowed truck into the crowd, killing 14 people and injuring dozens. You see that? So this is what we've been talking about. And they've been trying to link the guy, as you see, with the Quran. All right. They talked about, they found, and they always find it like a fucking, the nigga's autobiography laying around somewhere, nigga journal and shit. Of his intentions, and he had it all jotted down. It's the same play Esau runs, right? But here it is, they're trying to tie this guy. We'll get that here, right? So this is from NBC News. New Orleans attackers transformed from a model soldier into an ISIS supporter. You see, it's the same shit, right? It says the 42-year-old Texas man once impressed an army commander with his attitude and work ethic, but over the past few years, his life began to deteriorate. Let's play this.
Overnight, crowds slowly returning to Bourbon Street, now reopened for the first time since the tragic New Year's Day attack. It comes as we're learning more about the Army veteran who killed 14 and injured dozens more, driving a truck at high speed in the iconic French Quarter.
This is a lone actor. Therefore, we are confident that we can open Bourbon Street.
According to two senior law enforcement officials, the FBI recovered a significant amount of bomb-making materials and chemicals in a trailer at the Texas home of the suspect, Shamsuddin Jabbar. New video showing the inside of his home, obtained by Houston NBC affiliate KPRC. Authorities also now have a timeline leading up to the horrific incident. Investigators say Jabbar rented a pickup truck in Houston on December 30th, drove to New Orleans on New Year's Eve, posting along the way, proclaiming his support for the terrorist group ISIS.
Jabbar explains he originally planned to harm his family and friends, but was concerned the news headlines would not focus on the, quote, war between the believers and the disbelievers, end quote.
Do you hear this? Right? Pay attention. Right? The war against the believers in the let's play that again. You see what I'm saying? Hey, remember Esau is he's very subtle, man. Right? You check that out. Let me play that part again. That was crazy.
Would not focus on the quote war between the believers and the disbelievers, end quote.
You see what I'm saying? Hey, a lot of fishy shit going on, man. But we see how Esau likes to do things, man. And remember, once again, we are not ignorant of Satan's devices.
Authorities also releasing these images. They say show Jabbar placing homemade explosive devices on Bourbon Street. The coolers contained pipe bombs packed with nails that luckily did not go off. And for the first time, we're hearing from Jabbar's brother, who told our Houston affiliate KPRC their family is shocked.
This was in no way a direct representation of who he was as a person and as a human being.
He says Jabbar grew up Muslim, but he was not aware of any ties to ISIS. Graphic surveillance video shows the moment the truck turned onto the crowded street at a high speed. Jeffrey Elder is the chief medical officer at University Medical Center, where some of the injured are being treated.
Have you ever seen anything like this?
Not to this extent. This is probably.
Hey, I appreciate that, brother. I want to show this real quick. Hey, the water Tazamak for that. Let me see if I can pull it up. Bear with me. He just sent that because this is important to note too. All right, let me pull this in the screen. All right, bear with me 1 second. Hold on. All right. So the guy that we're talking about here, this Jake named Jabbar Shamsuddin, right? Here it says New Orleans T attacker has an alternative Jewish name, Eli, and Sham is an alternative spelling of Hebrew word Shem. You see what I'm saying? We're not ignorant of Satan's devices. Check that out, man. Hey, the water for that, Tazamak. You see? So we watching everything closely. All right? Nothing gets past the eyes of the prophets, man. All right? So check that out. Is that a coincidence? Right? So let's go back to the video.
Probably the largest number of influx of patients at one time.
Jeremy Sensky is one of the survivors.
My wheelchair was completely bashed and the pieces were all over the place.
This picture shows the aftermath of the wreckage, where you can see what's left of Sensky's wheelchair.
I just can't believe that would happen.
President Biden saying federal law enforcement agents are still investigating whether there's a connection between the attacks in New Orleans and Las Vegas. But as of right now, they have not found a definitive link.
I've directed them to keep looking.
Overnight, our crews found some side streets leading to Bourbon Street still without hard barriers. The city adding these so-called yellow archers to sidewalks, which it had on hand before the attack, but was not using.
Where did they come from?
Actually, we have them. I didn't know about them, but we have them. And so we have been able now to put them out.
Now, we do want to mention we did reach out to the NOPD about those vulnerabilities we spotted last night along Bourbon Street. We also want to mention the Sugar Bowl did happen last night after being initially postponed. It mostly looked full inside the Superdome.
Right. So anyway, moving on. So you heard what was stated in the video. All right. But this is pretty heavy. All right. The fact that they put this out here. All right. So eventually they're trying to find a way to link us up to NOI, man, to Islam and all of that bullshit. All right. So you devils are not slick. Now, what else was interesting too, right? You know, dealing with the explosion that happened at the at Trump's what's it called? Not the hotel, you know, where he has those buildings up in that area. But this guy here, right? Pro-Ukraine Special Forces soldier shot himself before a Cybertruck explosion, right? And they're trying to tie this guy, right? Which we'll get that in a second. Let's play that, right? See if it'll play. All right. Bear with me. Just want to see if it played the footage.
this morning at about 8:40 when a 2024 Tesla Cybertruck pulled into the area valet of the Trump International Hotel. Very quickly thereafter that, the driver, who was the sole occupant of the truck, we saw what looked like maybe some sort of smoke, and then the truck exploded. Smoke was coming from inside of the truck after we noticed the flash and the explosion, and I'm going to show you that first video. That's the Cybertruck parked right in front of the doors. Can you play that again, Carlos?
Hey, I'm not buying none of this shit. All right. All this shit set up anyway, man. Hey, remember, these devils ain't got a lot of time left, man. Let's get the scriptures, right? All of this shit is just, it's tacky. That's how I feel. But anyway, Matthew 24 and in verse 12, and it reads, it says, because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. So the point is, right, iniquity, sin, transgression is abounding. This is the worst that the world has ever been. Okay. And because of that, the love of many shall wax cold. This is why, as I had made mention, if you ain't seen this video, right, not to be all over the place, but watch this video, man. All right. The Pope opens Vatican portals during ritual as CERN announces they have discovered real magic. Watch this video, man. All right. This Edomite, he goes in, man. But this is the type of shit you got going on, man. All right. Christmas rituals, the Vatican opening up portals. All right. America is being basically consumed by demon possession. This is why people are losing their fucking minds out here, man. The love of many shall wax cold. These people are moving with demons, man. All right. Spirits are on these people. This is why you're seeing the type of crimes that are happening right now. Things, America is pretty much on bugging out, man. Right. But this has to play a role in that, like the elder was saying, man. All right. These doors are being opened. These spirits are coming in. And where is that in the Bible? Where is the holy door in the Bible and all of that? You know, let you know that this is nothing but left hand energy. All right. But once again, Matthew 24 and 12, and the because of iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. All right. It's a cold spirit, a spirit of death. Death angels are out here. You see? But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then the end shall come. All right. The word has ran its course, if you will. This is why the end times are upon us. Okay. The word of Yahweh Shem Yahushua is out here. Like I did the lesson going into the fact of how this word is likened unto flood waters. All right, which is drowning out all the lies of Esau. Okay, now everybody wants to pay attention. Now Elon Musk talking about who the world only calls Jesus Christ is a black man. Now people want to pay attention. Bill Gates, the Hebrew Israelites. So what is this all being done for? All right, because they're setting the stage for persecution. Okay, they're getting ready to do what they got to do. All right, and then the end shall come. Let's jump down. Same chapter, Matthew 24, verse 21. It says, for then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be. All right. A time like no other, man. All right. It's about to get real ill out here, man. Verse 22, and except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. Right, because as we talked about in the lesson, let me see if I can grab that real quick. I'm going to see if I still got that article pulled up. Bear with me. Just to add on to that point. This is why the Lord is shortening the days for the elect's sake, because no flesh will be saved. Because here it is right here. I got it pulled up as we brought out in the lesson the other day. Right, and this is from the conversation, right? But the main agenda of the elites, okay, these Edomites, this is what they want to do. They want to merge man with machine. They want to implement this new system that's coming, man. These are your your modern day Chaldeans, your technocrats, okay? Your witches and warlocks that are on the forefront of this beast system being pushed, right? That's why Trump has all of these billionaire, trillionaire tech guys that are around him that's going to push forward this system, man. Okay, so this is why the days are being cut short. All right, because if Esau really had his way, no flesh would be saved, man. You see, transhumanism, billionaires want to use tech to enhance our abilities. The outcomes could change what it means to be human. That's what he wants. That's him to attempt to rewrite man in his own image. You don't belong to the Lord no more. You belong to him. You belong to Satan. This is what it's about. Understand this, Jake, right? So let's go back, finish it out, right? All right, so that was the point there. So yeah, so let's go back to just going back to the connection, how they're trying to tie this guy, right? And like I said before, here it is. Anytime something happens, they always find the nigga's ID card. They find a nigga passport, they'll find his autobiography, his book somewhere, his journal, his sketch pad, right? Every single time it's the same play, right? So anyway, like I said, they was trying to link this guy up. Okay. This is from the New York Post. It says, revealed, New Orleans ISIS terrorists and Cybertruck bomber both served at Fort Bragg. You see this? All right. So apparently these two guys, right, they served in the same branch, whatever the case is. Esau putting these stories, these confusion stories out here to have you all over the place, man. Right? I'll just read this quick paragraph or two here. It says, the terrorists behind the New Orleans massacre and special forces soldier who detonated a Cybertruck full of explosives outside the Trump International Las Vegas Hotel on Wednesday both served on the same North Carolina Army base, the Post has learned. Check that out. All right down here in North Carolina. How about that, right? And Fort Bragg is off the chain, too. I done heard plenty of stories about Fort Bragg and all of that, man. It says military veteran Shamsuddin Jabbar, who killed 15 people when he rammed his truck through New Year's crowds on Bourbon Street. The active duty Master Sergeant Matthew Livsberger, who killed himself and then wounded 7 people in the bomb blast, shares several uncanny commonalities connecting to their Army service. So that's the story here. All right, that's all over the news, tying the massacre and the bomb explosion, man. All right. Already 2025 is already setting the tone, as I said. All right. Daniel 12:1, it says, and at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people. And there should be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time, and thy people. And at that time, thy people shall be delivered, the elect, the remnant, everyone that should be found written in the book, man. So the elect is destined to be delivered in these times that are coming, man. All right. But we're talking about, again, a time like no other. All right. So once again, the Spirit of the Lord is stirring the pot. Okay. We're going to see what's going to play out of this stuff. Excuse me. Okay. Right. What's the other one? How they, tied the guy to Hebrew. All right. So Esau, he's setting the stage. All right. See if there's any more. All right. Not to be long-winded. Salakia. That's all we need to take from that. There's really nothing else we need to know. All right. Just understand that they're setting the stage. They're setting the story up, the narrative. Right. Let's grab this too. I made mention of it earlier. Yeah, here we go. Just another add-on to the story. New Orleans ISIS terrorist Shamsuddin Jabbar had bomb-making station and Quran open to chilling passage in his home. New photos reveal. All right, so they went into his house, they raided his house, they found the Quran sitting open magically. Right, they found some chilling passage, right, which inspired him to commit the acts that he did. See, ISIS, it says Houston, ISIS inspired New Orleans terrorist Shamsuddin Jabbar kept a bomb-making workbench in a ramshackle Texas trailer home where a Quran was left open on a page about slaying in the name of Allah. Hear that? About slaying in the name of Allah, exclusive photos obtained by the Post show. You see this? You know? It says Jabbar North's Houston home was filled with chemical residue in chemical bottles, while an inventory of item size seized by the FBI left behind by investigators who raided his house on Wednesday included a long list of compounds used in bomb making. His Quran was propped atop a bookshelf, a centerpiece in his living room, and open to a passage reading, quote, "They fight in Allah's curse and slay and are slain, a promise binding." All right. So this is what they magically found in his house when they came in. All right. Got it set up nice and neat. Right. It says the passage. That passage, verse 9111. Check that out. Right. Expounds on Muslims' responsibility to kill Allah's enemies and to be willing to die for that mission in return for eternity in paradise. You see what they doing, man? See that? Let's make it a little bigger. All right. So you know what's going on. It says numerous books about Islam were on the shelf and around the Squillet home while a prayer rug was rolled up nearby. FBI officials on Thursday said Jabbar posted 5 disturbing videos on Facebook on his drive from Houston to New Orleans just hours before he unleashed carnage on Bourbon Street, leaving 14 innocent pedestrians dead. All right. So these are the photos that they found in his house. And I'll read a little bit more. All right, of this monstrous act. It says, in the first disturbing video posted at 1:29 a.m., the U.S. Army veteran said he had initially planned on murdering his family and friends. See? Right, and we've been telling you, look, you Jakes are the face, you the poster child of all the domestic terrorism and madness that's going on through society. Right? But he changed his mind over concerns that the resulting media coverage wouldn't focus on the war, quote, the war between the believers and disbelievers. See that? You know, and that's literally what's going on in the spirit. But Esau, he's going to play on everything, man. He's going to play on the carnal mind. Okay, he's going to play on the disbelievers out there, man. This is how it is. Esau is very good at what he does. All right, the elder Monatazabah, what did he say? He was exquisitely subtle. Exquisitely subtle. It says the war between the believers and disbelievers. FBI counterterrorism official Chris Ria said in other videos, he said he had joined ISIS before the summer and showed off his last will and testament. Investigators confirmed that Jabbar 42 was ideologically aligned with ISIS and that he specifically chose Bourbon Street as the target of his monstrous act of terror. There you go, man. Okay, so what more proof do you need? All right, they got all his books. You know, this is what they found, right? You know, this type of shit is set up for that devil vocab Malone to come in and spin and make content off of this type of shit, man. This is what Esau is looking for, right? This is what he's setting the stage for, right? Let's get some more scriptures, right? And we'll get close to just wrapping this up. All right. But let's grab what was I thinking about? We just read Daniel 12:1. All right, real quick. Let's go to all right, let's get to that in Revelation. Straight to the point, Revelation 12. Right? Now you understand. All right, Revelation 12. Okay. Revelation 12 and 10, and it reads, it says, and I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, now is come. Oh, hey, the water apostle. Yep, that's it. That's it right there. IUIC is classified as an Islamic nonprofit organization. Exactly. That's why it was weird as hell when they did the whole thing. The brothers, I forgot what it was called. Something about the brothers, you know, Israel coming together with NOI. It was just total madness, right? But Esau's going to find a way to link us together, you know, the water apostle, right? Excuse me. So this is back in Revelation 12 and verse 10. It says, and I heard a voice, loud voice, saying in heaven, now has come salvation and strength in the kingdom of our power. And that's the message that's being declared by the prophets, man. We're telling you that to repent, that the kingdom of heaven is at hand. Now has come salvation and strength in the kingdom of our power, and the power of his anointed, or of his Christ. It says, for the accuser of our brethren is cast down, which accused them before our power day and night. And this is what we just saw. This is what was presented to you in this lesson, right? Esau is the accuser, right? And that was a great find from the brothers that found that, man. All right. The New Orleans terrorist attacker has an alternative Jewish name, Eli, and Sham is alternative spelling of Hebrew word Shem. You see what I'm saying? So we're right on Esau's ass, you know? Finishing it out here. Back in Revelation 12 and 11, excuse me. And it reads, it says, and they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of their testimony, and loved not their lives unto death. And that's the times that we coming into, man, the straight gate. All right, being persecuted for our beliefs, standing 10 toes down for Yahweh Shai. All right, in the face of evil. You know, it says, verse 12, with the point, it says, therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he had but a short time. And that's what it's all about. All right, Esau knows that his time has been cut short. That's why we brought out the lesson going into the 250 years, right? How the Most High is really Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, you know, that stops. Let me see if I can pull that back up. All right, kingdoms don't go beyond 250 years. Let me pull that back up real quick, because that was one hell of an article, right? The average empire survives 250 years. Here we go. I got to pull it up here. It's like how spiritual is that, you know? Just pulling that back up, right? You know, the average Salakia, move that out the way, right? The average empire survives for 250 years is America at death's door. You see what I'm saying? And 250 years will mark 2026. So we are at year 249 right now. How spiritual is that, Jake? You see, Esau knows that he has but a short time. Okay, the devil. Let's get that out for edification purposes real quick. All right, I just want to get that word for devil. You know, because it's not no, you know, fiery serpent in the middle of the earth with horns on his head with a pitchfork. All right, it's an actual man. All right, pull that up for devil. Diablos. Excuse me. All right, that word for devil is diablos. The point. Okay, prone to slander, slanderous, accusing falsely, which we just showed here. All right, dealing with that Jake that ran through the crowd, how his name is tied back to Hebrew and all of that. The point, metaphorically applied to a man who, by opposing the cause of the Most High, may be said to act the part of the devil or to side with him. So there should be no confusion now on who the devil is. Okay? It's an actual man. okay, by opposing the cause of the Most High. He's adverse to righteousness, may be said to act a part of the devil or to side with him. Okay, this is that man. Okay, this is what he's coming with. This is why we talked about the portals being open. Please, if you haven't watched this video, please watch this video, man. This video is crazy. This is what these devils are doing. They're tapping in. The Chaldeans, man. Isaiah 47. The Lord made mockery of him. He said, let your stargazers and astrologers save you from the wrath that's coming. He's really trying to do this to save his ass. It's not going to work. Okay, so this is the devil that the Bible speaks of, right? A couple more points and we'll wrap it up. Okay, but that was the point there. Here's another one here in the news and prophecy. Face mask mandates return in multiple states as doctors warn of quademic of 4 viral infections, right? And we've been warning you about this. We told you that, look, they've been announcing that they're about to bring another plague, another pestilence. All right, the bird flu and whatever else, the all these other flus, RSV, people that took them jabs, et cetera, man. All right, so here we go again. All right, we're not gonna read that. We just want to hit that. Here's another point. Bear with me. Okay, just adding on to the point that this man is the devil that the Bible speaks of. Western Journal. Bill Gates plays God again. Funds project that is turning mosquitoes into flying vaccinators, man. Check that out, man. So as we read in Matthew 24, verse 22, Yahweh Shai said, look, if he didn't shorten the days for the elect, no flesh will be saved. Okay, we have to be delivered from this man. All right, let me get that in. Maybe think about Psalm 97 and 10. Bear with me. Psalm 97 and 10. All right, this is Psalm 97 and 10. And it reads, it says, ye that love the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, hate evil. All right, it's a righteous thing to hate evil. Okay, he preserveth the souls of his saints. He delivereth them out of the hand of the wicked. All right, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai is going to deliver us out of the hand of the wicked, man. All right, he's relentless. He's not going to stop. All right, they're putting it in the mosquitoes. It's news articles out there on how they're putting this shit into the beef, into the chicken. All right, they're putting it in the chemtrails. They spraying in the sky. They're gonna make sure that everybody is exposed to this BS, if you will, man. So there's no denying this thing at this point, that this man is the devil, that he's not the devil. All right, you see. So that's pretty much it, man. Not to be long-winded, but you see. All right, 2025 is already setting the tone for the remainder of the year. All right, everything is there. If you have the eyes to see and the ears to hear through the Spirit, man. So I'll leave it like that. That's news and prophecy. I pray that you were edified. I pray I wasn't all over the place, man. But that's how I see it through the Spirit, man. So I'm gonna close this lesson out by giving all the praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught me this truth. And double salutations to all you Akim out there laboring. Hey, shalom. Shalom, shalom.